Here's another thing that kind of, I believe, is unfair in a family court system and how things work. If you are paying somebody child support or spousal support or alimony and you lose your job or you get downsized or outsourced, you still have to pay them the same amount. Now, with all the layoffs going on in big tech and other places, I'm making this in November of 2022, massive layoffs from big tech companies, and those executives make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, if not millions of dollars. So let's say you make $800,000 a year as a senior coder or product manager or from one of the big tech companies, and you get laid off, and you have to still pay the same level of child support or alimony or spousal support unless you file a petition and can convince the court that you've looked for a job or that you've exhausted all your possibilities. And if not, and you don't convince the court, you're still paying at that level where you were making that kind of money. Yeah, it's true. Here's another thing that you probably didn't know. Let's say you work as a nurse and you're paying child support or alimony, and you get accepted to medical school. It's your lifelong dream, okay? And you go to medical school and you're no longer making your $100,000 a year as a nurse or whatever you're making. It was your choice to go to medical school and stop making that money. So you're still held to that level of income, even though you're going to make a lot more money at the end of medical school and residency. The courts really don't care in most jurisdictions. Check with local legal counsel, but in the jurisdictions where I practice, if you voluntarily leave your employment to pursue another degree, even if it's a professional degree in a high-paying field, during that time that you're training, you're still held to that same standard because you voluntarily made the decision to do that. That doesn't seem right, but think about it. Check with local legal counsel again, because in some jurisdictions, you're still going to owe that money, and they can do bad things to you if you don't pay it. So what can you do? Don't get married. Then you don't have to pay spousal support or alimony. Or if you're thinking about going back to school, maybe hold off having children. Because a lot of times when people go back after they're married to get a professional degree, the marriage breaks up. Unfortunately, there's a lot of pressure. Now, there are marriages that stay together and build on one person really bettering themselves, and it's for the team. But a lot of times it's not, and somebody could resent it or have an affair. You can't imagine the stuff I see. Know what you're doing before you do it. That's the message here, okay? Be careful out there. And before you quit your job, even if go back and get a professional degree, no, you're still going to be held to the same earning capacity.